in the third quarter, and you explode with a 21-point run, game-turning passage. What enabled that?
I heard Swak on the bench, man. We got to play some defense. And I think he encouraged everybody else to, step the game up. We get T-Raw diving on the floor for loose balls, Swak tipping and giving us extra offensive rebounds, and the ball happened to find certain guys' hands to get us rolling. So the defense really ignited us.
Given the 3-week break and all the questions raised about how all the Hawks handled this, when you were down by 11, you had that crucial timeout, and you mentioned defense with a few adjectives around it. What were you thinking? How did you feel about your team's performance to that point?
I felt fine. I mean, I think that we were still in reaching distance from, taking over the game or finding a way to get back in it. And, just at time, jitters, nerves, everything was going through. And the guys really wanted to play well, perform. So at the end of the day, we just had to calm down and get rolling. And once we seen the ball go in, T-Raw got hot early in the third quarter and ignited everybody else. TB found ways to get his shots. We found them in the corner. So at the end of the day, it was just those guys getting the nerves out of them, getting the jitters, and find a way to execute.
Coach, what was it like at the end of the second quarter when it looked like Derek Walton was feeling himself and taking control of the game? He had 9 assists in the half. What went through your head when you saw him feeling himself like that?
That last 3 seconds, I told one of my assistant coaches, I said, man, that man got down the court fast and passed the ball. He was looking good, man. You see him going side to side. He was trying to get back into the groove. At the end of the day, he's a professional player. He's a champion, so he understands how to find a way to get back into it. But we just want to make everything difficult for him, man. And this is his first game back after 2 months. We just want to make sure everything was difficult for him. We knew that he was going to get in the lane and try to find his shooters, and we want to make sure that we stayed with the shooters and see if he was going to finish at the rim. But Derek Walton is an exceptional player, and we expect him to attack us on Sunday.
Tyler, tell us about you coming into the second half, third quarter. Your team needed a lift, and you gave them that. Talk about your mindset to go out there and say, demand the ball and take the shots to the knee.
You need the mic.
I really don't. I mean, I think my game, I just try to take what the game gives me. Early on, Trey was scoring out of the ball screen, and, the defense, sometimes they'll forget about me, and when that moment does come, the ball finds my hands, and I'm just ready to take the shot. I don't really try to force or press the situation. I know what's meant to come out of our offense will benefit us, whether it's Sam in the post, me, Todd. It doesn't matter who scores. And that third quarter, the ball just found me. Swak had a couple plays that the ball got tipped to me, and Swak made those hustle plays. That's Swak giving me the assist. I didn't have to pursue the ball. So you just got to knock it down when you get the opportunity. But we have so many threats, and I really don't need to press to score. I feel like the offense will find who it's supposed to.
Toddy, when at the start of that run in the third quarter, Tyler hit back-to-back threes. Do you feel like that lifted almost like a weight off the group as far as, all right, we can now lean into this and play with pace and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it was, honestly, I feel like it was just a matter of time before someone got going. We had that 3-week break, which is probably good and bad in certain circumstances. But yeah, we got guys that can score from so many different spots on the floor. So it was just a matter of time before someone started making shots and was going to take us to a next level, and it was Tyler tonight.
Coach, how helpful is Todd in this lineup when you have Sam inside and you've got your 2 guards and you have someone like Todd out there who can stretch the floor off kickouts and things like that? How helpful is he for the group?
It's not the offensive side of it. It's the experience and it's the communication that Todd gives us. He's a vocal leader, and he understands his role. And then when teams feel that they can help off of him or guys find him, we know he can shoot the ball well. But it's the vocalness that I love about him. Is the physicality. He lets guys know what's going on out there ahead of time so they can adjust to it. And then the plus is him making shots.
Coach, Darius Day is obviously a huge part of your team, and you're better with him. But tonight, limited minutes, didn't look right. Where's he at?
He's totally fine. We have much faith in Darius. Easing him back into a playoff series after missing 3 games or maybe 4, a little bit more. It's tough for any player, and at this time we don't have as much time to kind of wait until you get it going. We got to go with what's rolling. But Darius, he's going to get another shot on Sunday, and anything that we create after that, he'll still have opportunity.
Todd, that dunk in the open court certainly had great Rosen excitement. Were you tempted to put a bit more salt and pepper on it, or was that all the salt and pepper there was?
That's all the salt and pepper there is at that point.
You dunked the ball? I didn't see it. I turned my head. Yeah, I turned my head.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like, honestly, those moments when you get dunks like that in an environment like tonight, it's what you dream of as a young kid, and it's a special moment. It's something you always think about and you always remember. But I mean, I was just happy. I guess I was happy to be in that situation. Just found myself open on the break.
So you got to get a second semi-final win and then get to the championship series. But as a man who's played 16 seasons in the league with so much achieved along the way, what would it mean to you to actually win an NBL championship?
I mean, every preseason you meet as a group. You meet with external people coming into what our goals are for the season, and obviously everyone's goal at the start of the season is to win a championship. And there's obviously a lot of different goals along the way to be able to get to that ultimate goal, but I mean everything. It's why you work your butt off all season or pre-season to get to this situation. But honestly, being a part of a group that we have this year, it's the camaraderie we have off the floor. I think that shows on the floor. No matter who's on the floor, we got guys being told to sit down by referees. It's just the enjoyment for the guys sitting next to you. It's so fun to be a part of, and to be able to win a championship with this group would be extremely special.
On that, Toddy, because I agree with what Maddie's saying. You have played for other teams. Is this the best team you've been involved with on and off the pitch? Coaches sit like this if you want to know.
That's fresh.
No, I mean, I mean honestly, like there's just turning up to work every day. It's such an enjoyable thing. Win, lose or draw. Obviously, we've had some sessions we've come in and JT wasn't real happy, and that happens throughout the season. You get pushed, and to do it with to turn up with these guys and compete every single day. It's a lot of fun. We spoke about this week we need to have a good week leading in, and we haven't played for 2.5 weeks. And Tuesday's training was probably one of our most competitive practices all year, and I feel like that really set us up for tonight.
Tyler, we used to see you make really big offensive plays, but tonight that charge defensively, you led the team in block shots.
Two charges.
Done that before. You got two charges. But your defensive game this year is being now in position 75 games to make big defensive plays. How much has your confidence defensively grown through the year to take those assignments on the Sovies and PJCs and the guys you've had this year taking those shots?
Yeah, I think it's credit to our assistant coaches. They break down film for us every game, and a lot of the time it's defensive stuff. It's not a lot of offensive things. So, we actually had one film session where, JT called me out, the coaching staff called me out, and I just had to be better on defense. And I think that's the coach's job, to push the players to help. It's just to help the team win. And I think anything that I can give defensively is just a bonus. And I just credit the coaches, man. They do a good job of showing me where the breakdown was, and if I can do better next time, then it'll help the team win. So, credit to them.
Obviously, to be at this stage, you've been in the league a long time, this stage of your career, to be adding new strings to your bow, that must be something that's really positive. It seems like a lot of guys, no matter what their strengths were, have found something new this season. Is that the way it's sort of felt in the group?
Yeah, I think you have a group that pushes each other in practice every single day, so you have no choice but to get better. I think Todd touched on the point where, the practice that we had on Tuesdays, if you walked into that practice, you would, guys are battling, guys are talking mess to each other, and that's what you need, because you're going to get exposed in practice. But that's the kind of stuff that develops growth as a player from everybody, not just myself. So I think that's a credit to everybody. The DPs who aren't playing, they're pushing us in practice. The white squad, the black squad. So that's just credit to everybody.
Coach, we just had Josh King here saying 6 down with 2 minutes to go, and Sovi gets that charge. That could have been a completely different game. They're going to come out on Sunday hard. What are you going to tell your team, and what do you have to do to get better?
We have success on the road this season, so we kind of know what the environment that we're putting ourselves in. We know the stage that we built, so we just want to fix our lapses that we did this game, and we understood it. We were going to have a lot of them because 3 weeks off. But we're ready to go in Southeast, man, and just give them hopefully a better effort earlier for 40 minutes than we did today. So we know that we're going to get their best shot. Their back's against the wall now, so they have nothing to lose, everything to gain, to find a way to push it to game 3. So our job is to go out there and play better than we did today.
You both did well against Hurt tonight. but I guess you'll have more than 6 shots on Sunday.
Yeah, no, it was a team effort on that. You know, the Toddies, the Luckies, and Sams, Mace really did a really good job on him. You know, Hurt's an unbelievable player, so we feel that he's going to come out and be aggressive on Sunday, and hopefully we give him the same intention and some of the shots don't go in.
Can I just ask you about Dan Gruder and that little burst he had there in the second quarter? Early game time, 7 points, exactly what I suppose coach put him out there for. But as a player who's watching a teammate maybe on the court at the same time, I don't know, what sort of impact did Dan have in that little period?
I think that's Dan's strength. You know, he comes in, goes 0 to 100. There's nothing in between, and
I'm great. It's nothing in between.
I think I couldn't say pause. That's Greta. You know, at practice he's 0 to 100, and that's the energy, and that becomes infectious. A guy like that, and that's also a credit to him. I've had games where he's seen DNPs, but that's just a definition of staying ready. And when your number's called, grabbing the opportunity with 2 hands and running with it. And that, as I said, that energy is infectious. And yeah, I played alongside Dan for many years now, and it's special to see him out there still doing that.
I'm glad you fixed it.
Yeah,
Good job.
appreciate it.
Justin, you trailed at halftime. What did you say to these boys to change that momentum so quickly in that third quarter?
Nothing too much. We was getting our butt kicks in transition. You know, our bigs were not finishing in the inside like we felt they should have. We wasn't sharing the ball. We had like 10 or 11 assists first quarter. Ended up having 2 to 3, maybe the second quarter. So we went into ISO ball. So we just get out of that, go back into unselfish play. Defense is the main key, and we figured it out.